everyone, this is Professor Marcel Rominger. This is Module 5. We are talking about how to determine minor within context. Okay, so in the previous video, you got to hear me play a Schubert impromptu. The great thing about that impromptu is that Schubert does a really great job of switching from major to minor and minor to major, almost like he's telling a story. And I hope you found the listening guide very helpful on when he was going from minor and when he was switching to major. So, you got to hear minor within a piece, but remember, there are three types of minors. We have the natural, we have the harmonic, and we have the melodic. So what kind of minor was Schubert using in that piece? Well, it might be a little bit difficult to determine at first, but what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some scores. All right, we're going to take a look at some music, and we're going to try to figure out, based on the score, what kind of minor is being used. Okay, so let's explore that right now. So, determining minor in context, or a better way to say it is, how do we figure out which minor scale is used by looking at the score? Okay, so let's start with the first minor, which is A natural minor. Now I know this is A natural minor because there are no sharps or flats. So if it's not in the relative major, C major, it has to be in the relative minor, which is A natural minor. Okay, there's no alterations, so it's definitely natural. Okay, so here's a piece called Ain't No Sunshine by Bill Withers. Let's listen to it. So in this melody, you can see, even before I play, there's no sharps, no added flats. Okay, it's definitely, the key signature tells us that this is in A minor. So because there's no extra sharps or flats, it has to be natural minor. So let's take a look at harmonic minor. So in A harmonic minor, we do have an alteration. We raise the seventh. So that G is now G sharp. Okay. So let's see if we can find a piece that might have something similar to that. Ah, here we go. Good old Bobby Brown. So let's listen to it. So in My Prerogative by Bobby Brown, we notice that this is also in A minor, but we see that in addition to the key signature telling us that it's in A minor, we have that G sharp. So the G sharp alerts us that this is actually harmonic minor. So Bobby Brown is using harmonic minor in this piece. All right, now let's talk about melodic minor. Now melodic minor is a little bit more complicated. It was a little bit trickier to find a lot of examples. It's not as popular as natural minor or even harmonic minor. So in order to get a little bit more acquainted with this, I'm changing the key to E minor, and let's just take a look at E natural minor. So this is what E natural minor looks like. So both of these staffs are the same. The difference is that in the upper staff, I put the F sharp in the actual scale. In the second lower staff, the F sharp is in the key signature, so I didn't have to write it keep writing it in the staff or in the notes. Okay, but it's pretty much the same thing. So this is E natural minor. We need to see this first before we can get acquainted with E melodic minor, so you can see the difference. Here is E melodic minor. So the key signature tells me that it's E minor, but I also see a raised 6th and 7th scale degree, which the C sharp is, the C is now C sharp and the D is now D sharp. Now remember, in E melodic minor, it's raised only in the ascending. In the descending, those notes, the sharps are taken away, so it's basically like a natural minor in the descending. Okay, let's take a look at Autumn Leaves by Johnny Mercer. So, always a classic, Autumn Leaves. If you take a look very carefully, you can see that we have a C sharp and a D sharp. So we have some alterations, we have some sharps here added to the piece. So this tells me the C sharp and D sharp is in fact E melodic minor. Not to mention also that those notes are heading up. They're moving upwards, which goes along with the whole idea of the melodic minor. The alterations only being in the ascending. Okay, for this quick check, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this Beethoven sonata, this excerpt from this Beethoven sonata, and we're going to figure out what type of minor it's in. Let's go ahead and listen to it. One more time. Okay, so it's very obvious that this is in some kind of minor. Let's go ahead, pause the video, try to figure it out, and when you think you found the answer, unpause it. Okay, did you get the answer? All right, so if you have the answer and you said F harmonic minor, then you are absolutely correct. If not, let's break it down and see how we can get to F harmonic minor. So the first thing we have to do is we have to take a look at that key signature. So in the key signature, we see 4 flats. We know that that's A flat major, and the relative minor is F minor. You can use the keyboard to figure that out, or go down a minor third. Okay, so we are in F minor. Next, when we take a look at the music, we see that we have a reoccurring E natural happening within the piece. So we have to figure out, okay, well, this E natural, is this an alteration to F natural minor? All right, so we know it can't be an F natural minor because of this reoccurring E natural. So when we think of an F minor scale, which is displayed here, we see that E natural is a raised 7th. So because we have a raised 7th, it automatically becomes F harmonic minor. So that E natural creates a leading tone to the F. So this piece is an F harmonic minor. Did you get the answer? If you did, great. If not, go back, work it out. Write out the scales, and I know you'll get it soon.